I'm going to bring in Nicholas Wealth Management President David Nicholas. And David, this feels like old-fashioned consolidation the last couple of days. Nothing to be worried of. I think maybe we're even building a foundation for the next leg higher. But where do you see this market near term?
Well, Charles, investors can't have nice things. When the market is going down, everyone's upset and we're not happy. And then when the market's going up, we still find reasons to complain. I think Bank of America just came out to expect a big rally followed by a collapse. Morgan Stanley thinks the S&P will fall by a third. And the big complaint is obviously being the breadth, which you've spent a lot of time discussing. But we've generally seen that over time. I mean, if you look back, go all the way back to 1926, 4% of stocks accounted for 100% of the returns for the market, going all the way back to the early 1920s. So this is something that we see over time, is that it's generally just a handful of stocks that really provide most of the market returns. So it doesn't scare me. I think we see a little period of consolidation, but I think it's still the big names that we've seen rally already this year continue to take this market higher.
I want to talk to you in a minute about these momentum names. You just said, I think, is it Morgan Stanley looking for what kind of a pullback, a third?
Morgan Stanley chief U.S. investment strategy said they believe the S&P will fall by 1/3 over the next 3 months. Ridiculous.
Golly, that's a hell of a call right there. All right, let's go over your list, right? Because I'm with you. I think the momentum names, they pause, then they find a way to go back up. And usually that's how people have made a whole lot of money. So let's talk first. I've got some of the names on your radar. ISRG, Intuitive Surgical. I hadn't really played this one in a long time. What's going on there?
Yeah, so here's a name that I like. Obviously, healthcare is a defensive name, but I don't think healthcare is going to give investors the excitement that we would normally like to see. So I like a name like Intuitive. The reason for that is a lot of its revenue, 80% of its revenue, is subscription-based revenue. And if a hospital system has invested the money into the robotic system, they're not going backwards. They're going to continue to put more money into it, and they've got to continue to service it. So I think this is an area that even if the economy slows, a name like this will continue to do well, and it's got a really good subscription model that I think helps revenues even if we see an economic slowdown.
Right, we've got Microsoft, which we talk about all the time, Netflix, which is killing it now that people have to pay. Surprisingly, they are. Wow. CrowdStrike is an interesting one. I'm in CrowdStrike at 200 and 100. So what's going to take it higher from here? Because I need a little bit of a bump.
That's right. Hey, look, I could see the things trade up to at least 180, probably back up to 200, Charles. But again, cybersecurity is almost mandatory right now for businesses, for governments. Look, I think the chart looks good here recently, and I think we'll get a little bit of momentum as we head into any type of slowdown for the economy.
David, over the years, I made a lot of money listening to my wife, my mother especially. She was great. And then my son, when he was a teenager, he gave me so many great ideas. I saw this tweet. Your 6-year-old daughter was complaining about Cava getting rid of Zoe's Kitchen. So she's not a fan of the IPO. You going to go with her?
You know what? My money is on my 6-year-old daughter, Bella. I called her before this hit. I said, baby, have you changed your mind? She said, Daddy, absolutely not. They got rid of the beans and the quesadillas, so I'm not happy. So a little note to Cava, bring back the beans and quesadillas. You might have a few more fans. But 6 times sales, I'm not interested in that. They're barely making a profit. It's a pass for me, Charles.
Yeah, me too. But let me know if she changes her mind. Hey, David, great having you on, my friend. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
all right,
Charles.
folks, coming up.